Oh boy. Oh, it's been a hell of a weekend, I'll say that much. But before we start, how are we all doing? Hi, sorry, how's it going? Also, before other people get in here, just get something up on my phone to show people. Welcome all, welcome all. Looks like my bot didn't work in the Discord for streaming, so let me just notify everybody. Watching the fire burning and people keep fueling it? Yep. Damn right. Title for dramatic effect. Okay. If you guys aren't football fans, this will not make sense to you. But if you are avid viewers of my channel, you'd know that in my streams, I like to wear a certain team's hat. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. How about that one? It's not doing very well. No, I'm buzzing with that result. I'm absolutely buzzing with it. I am very happy with it, genuinely. Honestly, that result gave me just topped off a brilliant weekend. But yeah, I do apologize, guys, for the very scuffed reaction a few days ago. Basically, I was away. I was away for yeah, Holy Pixels. It's really not. It's brother. Look at my webcam. Yeah, I was away. I was away for the weekend, and it's still struggling to focus. Do I wait for the webcam? Okay. Yeah, I was away for the weekend, so when Aleph won digital avatar, what you mean this one? Oh, yeah, I was away for the weekend, and obviously I couldn't make any videos on it really. Obviously, I got the stream highlights out. I think that's all I could have done. Uh, but obviously, I was spending time with my girlfriend, so I just thought, you know what, I'll let things simmer. Right, I'll let things simmer for the live stream, and just think like, oh, well, maybe. Hang on, sorry. Let me just get a chat box up here because if I do speak on the webcam and there's no chat, it feels like I'm leaving you guys out. There you go. But yeah, maybe. Um, Basically, the plan was to let things simmer, see how it goes, and yeah, it went as badly as I expected it to. I'll be honest, because the thing is, I finished the stream, the reaction for the anniversary. I finished it, and then I just went offline, and I come back online like a few hours later, and I'm just seeing an absolute mess. I'm just seeing an absolute mess of just like social media, and I thought, oh well, here we go again. And I did make a few tweets. Obviously, I will be echoing quite a few sentiments from them. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I don't know if my Twitter's linked down below in my description. I think it is. And there are a few things that really pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. There are a few things that I will say, like that might make people realize that I am a huge shill. But there are, or might also be things that might make people think, oh, hey, maybe he's right. So before this stream, right, I'm gonna make videos of all these topics. I think I've got like 2 or 3. Before this stream, I think that the patch content is really good. The anniversary content, I think, is okay. Like, I genuinely think it's fine. I think to expect a free unit, that to have that expectation, what, because HSR does it, or like ZZZ does it, or Genshin does it, I think it's toxic. I think it's such a toxic expectation. It's like the Game Awards, right? People vote for gacha games because they want rewards. Obviously, it was different in WuWa's case because a sizable amount of people voted because they actually thought it was the best game in that category. But it's the same again. People expect rewards from, awards, like award winning, and it's like it's such a toxic expectation because it ruins the vote. So when you've got that expectation for an anniversary, right? I'm sorry, but like, how are they supposed to live up to that? Like, you know what? You know what I said in the beginning of the stream? I said, free Hiyuki and Denia, S6R5. I said a gallon of baby oil. What did I say? Like 10,000 pulls? Guys, I was joking. Yet some people genuinely like have that expectation. I know it's hyperbole, but some people genuinely have that expectation where it's like, oh hey, yeah. The thing is, the anniversary doesn't feel special, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. It's because I'll get into it later in the stream. I'll tell you why it doesn't feel special. Because if you notice, the stream was very formulaic. It felt like any other stream. There was no wow factor because of the criticisms of last year. They talked about how people online talked about how the like the stream last year was way too informal. You know, it was like Solon and Dong were just blue balling us. You know, they were too excited. They were blue balling us all the time. Like, just show us the reward, show us this, show us that. Now look, all the fucking energy from the stream has been drained. It'll be one of the topics I get into. But genuinely, that's actually the one that pissed me off the most. Was people having the goal to say, you know, to call Solon out for being too energetic, right? You know, his own game, mind you, being proud of it. And then now he's been reduced to an NPC on his nonchalant arc. So, yeah. Without any further ado, let's get into something good that I haven't covered yet. This won't be a video because it's still small. But look at this. Look at this. I'm sure you guys have seen it, right? Guy just rolls up to McDonald's, gets a coffee, puts a Jack Daniels in the coffee. It's been a rough week. Look at that. Look at that. See if I can zoom in enhance on that. Look at it. It's a frigging tacit mark. He's got a tacit mark tattoo. Is that not sick or what? That is... Oh, man. If I was to get a tattoo, I think a tacit mark would be so cool. He became a 5-star employee. Oh, he is undercover. I don't know what he's doing. What's he doing there? That's where our male characters have gone, guys. The Black Shaw's for to scoop this guy up. The thing is, this is just a normal tweet, right? And then it's just WuWa replies. That's all it is. It's just WuWa replies. It's brilliant, man. I love that. Obviously, this was before the anniversary stream, but I really loved it. It's April 11th, and now it's the 19th. It's over a week old, but I don't care. I wanted to talk about it because that's just funny, right? It's just really funny. I loved it. I loved it. Let me just put the chat box down here, actually. I forgot to change that, and the alert box is right on top of me. Let me move that there. Because my stream settings... 5-star or 6-star? I feel like it'd be too big-headed of me to get 6-star. I think I need to be just, you know, your average 5-star tacit mark, right? The only way I'd get a 6-star tacit mark is if it was on my back, right? Like a big one. I think a big one would warrant a 6-star. You get a 5, and when you evolve, you add a 6. Maybe. Maybe. Although upgrading it might be quite hard. But, anyways, yeah. Next tweet. Okay. So, I saw a lot of this. No, hang on. Let me start this off like a video, because this will be a video. Okay, so as we all know, the Wuthering Waves anniversary stream, once again, didn't go down very well with people. Say hi to YouTube, guys. Oh, shit, wait, no. I need to put music on. I can't do that. There we go. Is it on? Okay, it's on. Holy flashbang. Jesus Christ. So, and one topic that I really sort of thought of was how Kuro Games is in a weird spot right now. Now, I don't want to be sounding like a shill. I do not want to be sounding like a shill at all. But I feel like it's a very weird spot that they're in right now, because as you see in the title of this video, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Now, this will be a theme across multiple sort of like complaints about the anniversary, or this anniversary rather, because a lot of the things that happened in the stream are also the exact opposite of what happened last year, yet they still get flamed for it. And this is one of them, right? So here we have a tweet from lovely Car Lover, right? In a sense, Wuthering Waves devs' generosity is becoming its own worst enemy, right? And obviously this tweet is originally in Oh, guys, you're going to kill me. Korean? This isn't Korean, is it? Or is it Japanese? Guys, I'm so sorry. Japanese, yeah, okay. And it translates to this. The downside of Wuthering Waves is that even though its gacha system is more generous than other gacha games, it still dishes out freebies on par with or even exceeding other games in regular patches, which ends up making people expect anniversary rewards on the level of those massive dumps from other gacha games' anniversaries, you know. And I think they raise such a valid point. Because again, I talked about it, in the preview to the stream, how just because the likes of HSR, Genshin are doing it. Genshin is 6 years old, mind you. HSR's character economy is horrible. They can genuinely afford to give out 5 stars with no consequence. Usually these 5 stars are power crept, although they have given out good ones like WuWa. I think she got buffed recently. Ranmei, still pretty good, although you'll notice that none of these characters are the, number one in their role, right? Ranmei got replaced by, I think her name was Constance, right? Dahlia. Then WuWa's obviously been replaced by Hyacinth. So, and obviously DH, PT, Danhang, Pimanta, Terre, whatever his name is. But again, the point still stands, right? HSR does also have a team of 4, that is correct. So basically the unit economy has to be more inflated to account for 4-person teams. That's a very good point, actually. Thank you for pointing that out. I actually forgot about that. So when you take that into account, compared to WuWa, that has teams of 3, and also doesn't have many endgame modes, apart from Matrix, where you need 3 teams or more. Look at ZZZ, right? They've got Deadly Assault, I think, has 3 teams, right? And then, obviously, I think Shiyu Defense also has 3 teams as well now. And the thing is, right, you look at, I think Zenless is, I think their anniversary was pretty good. But the thing is, you can't compare. You genuinely cannot compare on a rewards level. Because every single game is different. Again, Genshin, team of 4, but it's 6 years old. How many units can they give out and it won't affect their bottom line at all? HSR, it's now on its 4.x patch cycle, right? What units can they give out that won't affect their bottom line? Because don't forget, in HSR, you can give out a free Acheron at this point, right? They are good. So it would be like oh my god, free Acheron? No way! But still, she is not the best DPS in the game by a long shot. She used to be, obviously, 2 anniversaries ago, but not anymore. Whereas if you look at WuWa, if you expect a standard... No, sorry, not a standard. If you expect a limited unit, this limited unit will be good no matter what. I'm sorry, but Jian is still pretty relatively good, right? I mean, obviously, if you have, let's say, I don't know, an Arrow, what is best in slot, whoever that is, he can still be pretty good. I'm sorry, but we're still clearing TOA with 4 stars. And, they gave away Yinlin. Well, she's pretty good, right? She's a coordinated attack user, so she'd be good with Jinshi, technically. Even though she doesn't buff Jinshi that much. But the point still stands, right? Each of these units still has some meta relevancy. Because of the lack of power creep in WuWa. Yes, it's been ramping up since 3.x around there. It's been starting to, creep up a bit. It's obviously going to do that. There's no way that Imeth can be on the same level as Jian. In terms of power. With WuWa, it's definitely a lot more slow, right? The power creep is slow, but it's there. It has to be there, otherwise you'll have a Genshin situation where Imeth will just be as good as Jian, and then you'll be like, what's the point of pulling Imeth if my Jian does very well anyways? I'm reading a few interesting things in chat here. You also have to discount the value of the pulls in Hoyo games by about 20% due to the high pity of 90 and 75-25 on the weapon banner. This doesn't even account for the 25% lower 5-star drop rate. True. Very, very true. Very, very true, actually. Yeah, because they can afford to give out more pulls because, you know, the pull economy, at least on the gacha aspect, is a bit worse, right? And obviously, again, the weapon, right? You can spend up to, 180 pulls on the weapon banner, which is still ridiculous in my opinion. Yeah, they're not hurting the bottom line because they're not even for sale. Yeah. I'll get onto the reruns later, because I also have another point to say about that. And with regards to sort of like the anniversary feeling as well. But again, this comes back to the whole WuWa's generosity is becoming its own worst enemy because, again, if they gave out a Zhang Liao in 1.2, which they did, people are going to expect that for anniversary. Hence, previous anniversary critique, right? They didn't do one again. We didn't get one at all this year. And people are like, well, where is it? Where is the free limited character or whatever? And my opinion on that is the expectation is toxic. The expectation of these characters is too toxic. Because just because WuWa gave one out for free as an apology, by the way, as an apology, doesn't mean that they'll all of a sudden start giving out free shit for anniversary in terms of characters. What I think they should have done is given out a standard 5-star selector weapon or character, you know, just something that you can select like a standard character on or a standard weapon on, right? I think a standard weapon wouldn't hurt the game too much. And it is also like, well, they are actually pretty good, you know, especially the new stuff, right? You know, the new gauntlets is basically like Luke Herson's second signature. And again, it's a weapon, it's standard pulls, so people aren't going to be like spending money to get standard weapons. So it won't hurt the game at all, even though, as Veil Venator says, the standard weapons sometimes have more value than limited characters from like 1.x, which is crazy to me, actually. It's crazy that the standard banner is still so good in this game. Weapon banner, anyways. Characters, well, the less I say about that, the better. Only Verena's that good for, you know, veterans like us. Everyone else is terrible. Emerald of Genesis, yeah, case in point. But it's ridiculous how Wuthering Waves' own generosity is being used against them because of these high expectations. Like, guys, don't forget, we got 30 pulls, 10 limited, 10 standard, 10 weapon, as an apology last year. As an apology. We would have gotten 10 otherwise. Which I still think is low, right? I was on the side where, like, okay, 10 pulls from, you know, that the login was low, right? But now, we're going to have 50 including the night market. 40 minimum. Which is good. You must take that into account that people don't count standard pulls either, and they say, oh, standard pulls are useless. Guys, the standard weapon banner is so good. You can choose which weapon. Like, are we forgetting? You can choose which weapon and then also have that weapon be really good for a lot of characters because they are very general. They really are. Because I don't want to see any of that, because you look at Genshin's standard banner, you look at HSR's standard banner, right? Combined weapons and characters. What, HSR's standard light cones, they're actually okay. But you cannot really survive in HSR nowadays without a signature light cone. They do have good 4-star options though, I'll give them that, compared to what WuWa has. But again, come on guys, come on. Again, I will say this once more. Never expect a free character. Never expect anything free like a weapon or a character. It'll be nice. It'll be nice. but never expect it. Because no matter which game it is, HSR, Genshin, ZZZ, WuWa, friggin' Neverness to Everness, anything like that, right? Do not expect it, Enfield. Do not expect it. Because if they don't give it, you're just going to get a sour taste in your mouth. That's all it is. Because you set your expectations too high and now all of a sudden they're not being met and then the whole stream's shit now. Because some people genuinely, like, react like that. I know a lot of level-headed people say, oh, I was expecting a free character, but that's okay. We've still got good content in this patch. We've still got decent rewards, right? We've got 40 pulls, blah, 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 blah. And now, you won't hear from them because the positivity always gets drowned out by the negativity, right? Which is why I'm trying to make these videos to say, guys, to the people that, you know, react the way they do, obviously, if you feel like this video is aimed towards you, then either it is, or, you know, maybe I'm just being a bit too general, which is my fault. You know, I'm not conveying it very well. But if you feel like this video is aimed towards you because you have reacted like that way online, then, guys, you must appreciate what we have. I know it sounds shilly as shit. It really does. But you guys forget that this game's standards are so high, like normally, that an anniversary, like the gap between normal patch and anniversary patch in Genshin, would be way higher like that than a normal patch and an anniversary patch in WuWa. And I know a lot of like smaller gachas like Reverse 1999, Nikke. I've been told about Nikke plenty of times how their anniversaries are super, super good. But the thing is, they need to do that. They need to do that. This feels more like a filler with more rewards and events. If this patch is a filler, then what was 3.2? I don't think calling this filler would be the right idea. Oh, the anniversary. The thing is, right, what is filler to you? Because we've got like so many anniversary events, like what? Because we didn't get a character. Now, granted, you can definitely say that 3.3 feels like filler because there was no joy, right? There was no joy in the live stream. And I will say that there was no joy in the live stream because of a certain critique that they listened to, which they probably shouldn't have. Because if you guys remember, the feeling of the live stream last year was really good until it ended, right? Because, you know, we had like first anniversary, you know, oh my god, what are they going to do? First anniversary, you know, blind reaction. And then, you know, they come out with the Cyberpunk collab. They come out with all this stuff. Oh my god, are they cooking? And then no free character. And then it just gets drowned out. This is why they didn't talk about Cyberpunk this year. This is why they didn't talk about it. But excuse me. The thing is, they should filter that request, yes. But the problem is, I'll show you guys later in the stream that this was a larger sentiment that you guys have that you guys may have thought it was not as big. But yeah, Kuro Games once again showing that they are suffering from success. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Anyways, on to the next tweet now. Okay, this is swiftly moving on from the whole you know, non-joy feeling. So let's get a good session on this because I really need to talk about this. Is what pissed me off the most. Okay. In the Wuthering Wave 2nd anniversary stream, people were upset, or rather, they didn't feel anything, like anything happiness or joy from the stream because... Hang on, guys, I just had a brain fart. Because of the way people acted in it, right? It felt very robotic. It felt almost like they were reading from a script. And this is why. Because they've shown to us that that's not the case. They've shown to us that they can do it. And let's go through a series of tweets now. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to speak about it because this is what irked me the most about the community reaction. Because genuinely, once again, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So, Naru tweeted out this. One thing I noticed during the Wuthering Wave second anniversary... Been a long weekend, guys. Hang on. One thing I noticed about the Wuthering Wave second anniversary live stream was the overall tone of the presentation. It was missing celebration. Yes, it was. Because even I felt it, right? Watching it, it felt like because I was quite excited about the anniversary, right? Like, and then they got into the anniversary segment, and then all of a sudden, like, oh my god, they don't seem that excited. And we'll go on to it in a minute as to why. Compared to the first anniversary, it felt more reserved and structured, yep, with less of the light-hearted and celebratory energy from the developers. The last livestream had moments where Solon was being more goofy and expressive, which added a sense of personality and made it feel more engaging. That I actually enjoyed. I don't know about any of you guys, but I actually enjoyed that. That said, the current approach felt more formal and corporate in this comparison. It makes me wonder what might have influenced the shift in presentation style for the anniversary. Regardless of that, I still appreciate Kuro Games for their passion in developing action games, their dedication to gameplay, and the way they talk about their work has always been something I respect. And look at this. This image hurts me. Because this kid in a candy store Solon. This nonchalant art Solon. And guys, man, what have they done to Solon? What have they done to him? He was so expressive in the first Annie, and now he's just like a robot, like he's reading from a script. And it upset me, like, seeing this, because, like, oh my god, it's right. Because you can clearly see he's passionate about his game. You can clearly see it, right? And then you can see him here just like, okay, my joy has to be contained. Bro looks like he pulled Ling Yang. Yeah. Yeah. With his last 10 pulls as well. But no, his joy has been sapped away. He has to keep it from oozing out of him. And he has to be like that all stream. Well, not all stream, but for his segment. A tweet from Blazion here says why. Because he basically replied. And this is from a bigger image that I will go over in a minute. People criticise Solon and Dong's overly dramatic performances and constantly blue-balled the audience with one more thing. This time, Dong didn't even show up and Solon acted like an NPC for 2 minutes and left. I've got receipts as well, guys, or rather one receipt that I actually posted on Twitter because, people, want receipts nowadays. Although that receipt might not be for that. But I've got some receipts. I've got one receipt for a few things. But let's go on to the next tweet anyways. And this is a video from Naru. And it's so sad. It's genuinely so sad. Obviously, it says we really lost him. Let me just mute the music here. And just watch. Watch this. Because this is the video evidence. Look. Look at him, walking up, happy. Look at him, expressive, like, oh, he's bouncing off Dong. He's bouncing off of him. Dong as well, so expressive, right? So happy.
I love you.
I love you. Like he says, I love you. Look at them. Look at them. Look at him, man. It's like they're doing a live stream, just like two dudes enjoying a live stream. Oh, that wasn't Dong. Oh, sorry.
描述，哇哦，不错不错，夏空一定可以和他的队友打出超强的配合。
Look,
汗水，生活，
look at him just walking
太
off.
自由了吧？不错。
They look very player friendly. This is why we got the meme. This is why we got the meme.
Of course.
Of course.
Power. 不可以，绝对不可以在这里结束。果然有东西，拿过来。真的可以。
Was that Dong? I think that was Dong.
夏日服饰，咦
There you go. And then look at this.
Hello， 漂泊者们，晚上好，欢迎来到明朝。
Oh, that wasn't Dong either. Oh my god. I guess Dong just doesn't exist in this video. Never mind.
3.3版本前瞻通讯，我是 Solen， 很高兴又和大家见面了。这份由所有漂泊者点亮的星海。
Look, he's like just reading off a script, right? It's just every other live stream now.
也即将开启一段关键的航路。是的，全新的冒险与挑战也已在眼前展开了。现在就让我和大家一起共同见证3.3版本命运篇章的
2.3 soul on, 3.3 soul off. That's good. I like that one.
启程，并开启明朝的朝生庆典吧。请观看3.3。
But yeah, he just like says, "Hey guys, enjoy the anniversary," and then just shows us the trailer, and then he's gone.
版本 PV 致星海近处回响，虽然不能透露太多细节，但刚才的 PV 啊，
Well, obviously he's there after the trailer as well, but
实
still.
在是让人
He'll be gone in
心潮
like
澎湃
a few minutes after that segment. And it goes to show, right, what happened? What genuinely happened to him? Because this is quite saddening. And we have the full image right here. Now, this is obviously originally in Chinese, but somebody has... Flashbang, by the way. Somebody has thankfully changed it and translated it for us. And let's have a look. Music back on. Fun fact, everything that was criticised in last year's anniversary was changed this year. Devs listened, guys. Keep that in your mind, guys. Devs listened. People criticised Solon and Dong's overly dramatic performances and constantly blueballed the audience with one more thing. This time Dong didn't even show up and Solon acted like an NPC for 2 minutes and left. There were too many previews to future content and not enough rewards for the anniversary itself. So there was none of that this time. Yeah, no cyberpunk, right? They just directly showed you what you were getting, which was a lot more from last year. Exactly. To save time and prevent misinfo, they even attached an infographic at the end. Yes. Remember, guys. Last year, after the anniversary ended, so many people were confused as shit. So many people. So they was like, okay, we'll do an infographic and put it at the end, right? The 24 filial piety banner criticised as being greedy and insulting to old players because it was designed to drain wallets for very little value in return and was something only a blindly loyal fan would defend, was entirely removed this time. Last year, being 2.3, no new maps were introduced, so this time they added one huge map. Yep. Last year, being 2.3, there was no new story, so this time they added 2 segues plus 1 main story. This is at least 8 hours of content. That's a pretty big estimate, I can't lie. Last year, being 2.3, there was very little events, so this time they added a ton of events with different varieties. Exactly. Last year, Dreaming Deep was criticised to be unbearably boring, so this time they brought back the original Depths of the Elusive Realm with no strings attached. By the way, guys, I have a fucking bone to pick. I have a bone to pick. Hang on. All right, chat, we're back. It was annoying. That's annoying because I was about to go on an emotional rant about Depths of Elusive Realm there. But I think I will. I have a bone to pick with some people. You know. Some people, right? This, for me, was my personal highlight of the stream. Depths of Elusive Realm coming back. Because genuinely, this beautiful game mode, my favourite ever WuWa game mode, coming back for the first time since, what, 1.4 was it? Or 2.0? When was it? Was it 1.4? Yeah, 1.4. Comes back for the first time since 1.4. And people would rather talk about the rewards and stuff like that. Genuinely. Obviously, you know, it's a small thing. Small thing. Might not be for some people, like for me. But I can understand that maybe, you know, Depths of the Elusive Realm is, you know, not worth praising comparing to slandering rewards, right? But it just pissed me off. It really did, man. Because this mode, I've been begging for it. Since 1.4, I've been begging for it, right? Like the whole patch content got swept under the rug, including this, because people only care about the rewards. It pisses me off, man. It really does. Like all these friggin' tourists and astroturfers come out from under the sofa, under the chairs. All they care about is the anniversary awards. They won't, you know, sing praise about the game when it's doing good. Oh, but when they don't get their free Jinshi, riot. Like, honestly, that's what really annoys me. Because I feel like the want for something more is valid. But if you're going to hate the game, like, you know, if you can't be with me at my worst, don't be with me at my best sort of thing, right? Except it's the other way around. Like, why on earth do these people stay silent when the game's doing so well, but as soon as the game, you know, has like a blip, no free unit, boom, that's it, explode. It pisses me off, man. It really does. That's the one thing that has super annoyed me. Because it was so annoying, man. Like, was I the only person that cared about Depths of Elusive Realm? Because the thing is, Fantasies of 1,000 Gateways is like Depths of Elusive Realm on sleeping pills. 153 pulls ain't good enough, seems, for an anniversary, yeah. No. We need 10,000 pulls, 10,000 million gallons of baby oil. Oh, dear. And yeah, anyways, the last point on this thing. Last year, characters were too joined to the hip. No, sorry. Last year, characters were too joined at the hip to each other. Stanley being bricked without Phoebe, Augusta, Uno, etc. So this time, they gave characters 2 modes so that it can be used more flexibly. They've been doing that for a little while, right? They've been doing that since Linné came out. Everything can be criticized, everything can be changed. And that is something so right. Because these criticisms, some of them that they listened to, it wasn't the right thing to do. It's the dark side of devs listened. It really, really is. But anyways, on to the next tweet that I made. This is the receipt here. And this is with regards to the banners now. As you can see here, this is a post from 12 months ago on Reddit with 6,700 upvotes, 1,600 shares, right? This is on the official WuWa Reddit, might I add. The disappointment is crazy. No free 5-star, not even a standard 5-star. Flight still not available in all regions. Well, guess what? They fucking fixed that, didn't they? Paid skins. Well, we're still doing paid skins, but it's paid bike skins now. But they were complaining about paid like skins like Changli and Carlotta. Really? Really? Predatory banners, not even 100% rate up. Oh. Sure, Kuro is definitely player friendly. Great job taking lessons from HSR devs. Feels like a celebration for them rather than players. Guys, you reap what you fucking sow. You reap what you fucking sow, man. Because, I'm sorry, but for those that were complaining about the banners not being reran, if you were playing then, why weren't you defending it? Granted, you can argue that for anniversary there could be 100% rate up, but that's also a big middle finger to everybody that pulled on the banners beforehand. Don't forget. Like, you can't just add special banners because it's anniversary. They had to be fair, right? They had to be fair. I agree that they should have reran the characters. Again, that's my personal stance, right? But the thing is, I wasn't out here slandering these banners back then. I may have said, hey, I can understand why they're predatory. Or predatory. Because at the end of the day, you know, like having a million banners, like it seems predatory, right? But it's also accessibility. Accessibility. Can you call that devs listen? None of the other points were listened to. Well, that's the 2 points there. No free 5-star, no standard 5-star. Yeah, no, that wasn't listened to, obviously. Fly still not available, that was listened to, granted that was not in the Annie. Paid skins. Well, we're getting that Monia skin, aren't we? Still paid. Bike skin, still paid. Did we get a free skin since then? I don't think so. And then predatory banners, not even 100% rate up. Well, they're not rerunning them. So they listen to Flight and then predatory banners. Only one bike skin is paid. True. The 6 collab skins are free. Although, you know, the free ones are just like little tidbits and pieces. Obviously, you know, the big stuff, the grand stuff is paid. So they listen to about these points about the Flight and the predatory banners, and that's it. But the problem is that, again, these people need to realize that, guys, if you think the game is doing something good that you enjoy, you speak out about it. Because a lot of these points here were echoed. And the thing is, negativity spreads way better than positivity, right? These points were echoed a lot more than, like, oh, I appreciate the banners because I can now have a selection of who I want to pull on. Maybe I missed the unit, whatever, like that. And you just... and now, all of a sudden, the banners aren't there. Because guess what, guys? The people that complained got their way. And now, if you're upset, don't be upset at Kuro for listening. Be upset at the people that complained about it last year. Be upset at them. Be upset at people like this. Accomplished Diet 8985. Be upset at them. You can be upset at Kuro as well, because you can obviously argue that, hey, maybe some people at Kuro should be like, oh, okay, well, we shouldn't just be blindly listening to any sort of critique that we receive, right? But the thing is, when a criticism is overwhelming, the devs are going to listen to it. And the criticism for the banners, was overwhelming. Granted, the criticism for the no 5 stars was overwhelming as well, which makes you wonder why they didn't listen to that. I'm hearing on the grapevine that if the collab is next patch, then they will give out a free unit for it, because Kuro Games has never not done that in the past. Because they did it with the PGR collab, with Devil May Cry, where they gave out Dante for free. I mean, HSR have done it as well, right? You got Archer for free with Fate. So, genuinely, you know, where are the 1.x units? Hey, take it over the people that complained about them banners, man. I agree. I agree. We should have selections. We should. And the thing is, right, these 1.x units, like outside of Anniversary, obviously, this is like a general game fault, I suppose. They've not rerun in a long time. Like, Camellia has not rerun for donkey's years. Donkey's years. Add them to the standard banner. That's interesting. That you'd say 1.x units on standard banner. Maybe like Jinshi and Changli, but that's about it. Maybe Zhang Liao as well. But again, my personal take on this is that I was fine with the banners. I was fine with them, right? And then also that they should have reran them in this anniversary. But the thing is, my take on this again is that you need to keep the banners the same. Like, this not even 100% rate up job is a lot of horse shit, because it's unfair on the people that pulled on them banners originally, right? Let's say you lose your 50-50 to both Jinshi, Changli, what's Jeja, Camellia, I suppose, right? If you lost your 50-50 on all them banners, because obviously Shopkeeper's rerun. If you lost your 50-50 on all them banners, right, and then they came out with a 100% rate up banner, you would feel so angry. And the thing is, people are on about them being buffed. I genuinely don't think they need buffing. Like, they are not terrible. It's not like HSR where they need buffs. It's not like HSR where they need buffs at all. Granted, they can maybe have a few tweaks here and there, but don't forget, they are buffed in End State Matrix. Maybe one or two. Jinshi does just need a dedicated support. But look at Changli, she's still being used today in Mono Fusion teams and Quick Swap teams. Jizha is still Carlotta's best in slot. Zhang Liao maybe needs buffing, right? But he can work with Yinlin. Granted, that's 2 limited units. Camellia does not need buffing, I'm sorry. She's still pretty good. But again, people don't... I mean, like, buffing them is a different kettle of fish, right? At the end of the day, I don't think they need buffing, because the power creep in this game, like I said earlier on the stream, is not that bad compared to, like, HSR. When was the last time you cleared mid 3 and 4 with Camellia? That's the thing. The last time I used Camellia in Tower was not on mid 3 and 4, it was on mid 1 and 2. But you're asking why, why should I clear mid 3 and 4 with Camellia when I have better units? Obviously, my account cannot be... what's the word? It cannot be gauged on, like, a power creep, because I've got an S6 Imeth. I genuinely cannot speak about endgames like that. WuWa constant Havoc reset is nuts, by the way. Resist, sorry. Yeah. WuWa's Havoc resist is nuts. I mean, yeah. Oops, sorry. Older characters probably would like a buff, right? To be on par with the newer units. I think that's fine. Like, I think that that's possible. That could have been like a nice anniversary gift, right? But do I think that they need buffing because it's like HSR where they're fucking useless? No. I don't think that at all. Because don't forget how terrible Blade was before he got buffed. And reworked, sorry. Don't forget how a lot of those units were absolute dog shit before they got buffed. They needed to get buffed because of the rampant power creep in HSR. Don't forget. And the thing is that rampant power creep is not here in WuWa. It's just not. It is there. There is power creep. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there isn't power creep. But they will struggle to clear the hardest content, no doubt. No doubt, right? You'll have to get your timings right. You'll have to do a lot of stuff. Which is why Changli is so OP in quick swapping. But not so much in normal, like, you know, like a main DPS hyper carry Changli sort of thing. But at the end of the day, these banners should have reran. They should have. Absolutely. The animation and fun power creep is the real power creep for sure. They absolutely need buffing. It's not that you can't use them, but they have been getting relatively worse. They shouldn't need to get as bad as HSR's power creep. No, I absolutely agree. If it gets as bad as HSR's power creep, then that's a problem. Because don't forget, HSR's power creep is... It's really bad. Well, it was really bad. I think it might have stabilized, right? I think it stabilized a bit. But... they will need buffing in the future, definitely. Like, I'm saying maybe... buff them for 4.x, I reckon. I think that's a good time to buff 1.x units. I think that's like a good, solid time to buff them. Not in an anniversary, maybe. Because... I mean, maybe in an anniversary, I don't know. There is a bit of movement power creep, Gabormeister. You are very right, though. I guess you can say that. Definitely. They will need buffing / reworking. Maybe a few numbers tweaking here and there for 4.x. But this anniversary, I don't think so. I think they're fine for now. Although their time is slowly coming to an end, like they're slowly becoming redundant. Standard units do need buffs as well. Standard units do need buffs as well. You make a very valid point there. But again, do I think the banner should have been reran? Absolutely, right. People were expecting of that because of last Annie, and now it's not happened. So again, guys, this is why I must say, if you like something in the game, say it in the surveys. Like, be honest in the surveys. Do the surveys. Because don't forget, guys, probably a lot of people in the 2.3 survey slagged the banners off as well. Right. A lot of people did that because they listen to the surveys the most. Obviously not Reddit, right? They do see shit like this on Reddit. They do see stuff. They do see stuff like this. But it was these surveys. So guys, if you want things to stay in the game, you know, if you want things to go, please do the surveys. Because it's clear that they listen. To a fault, most likely. But it's clear that they listen. But yeah. Oh, this is something different. Hang on. But no, realistically, right? I think that's just my God's sake, man. Football stuff on my timeline already. Oh, for God's sake, man. Any advice on how to find tacit fields? You'll unlock them at union level 20, I think. So you just need to level up for now. If we go to my profile here. Where is it? My profile. I talked about a few things, right? I talked about and I reposted a few things, right? I was very clear about my my distaste for the overall community reaction. Or maybe not overall, a sizable amount. Because, guys, let's have a look. I think this is the first thing I did. Obviously, this is with regards to the banners again. So, I won't talk about that. This Razor thing, I didn't talk about this. This is actually potentially pretty big, right? Denier as well. Really good character to do it with. And obviously, if it goes well, get more WuWa Razor merch in the future. That'd be great. Okay, here we go. This is what I tweeted, like, off the rip, right? This is what I tweeted off the rip. Seeing a lot of discourse about certain aspects of the second Annie, I can agree that the rewards seem mid, but I'd rather have 40 pulls over a free 1.x unit. And for those that wanted the rerun banners, where were you last year when they were getting slaughtered for being predatory? Because that's what I feel, right? I know people that are disgruntled with the rerun banners not being there, it may feel like I'm calling you guys out for not speaking out about it. And in a certain way, I'm not trying to have a go at you, but I'm just saying that, like, guys, if you really want something, put it in the surveys. Because you may just think, oh, it's only me that wants it back. But there's a sizable... You know, if everyone has that mindset and then goes into the surveys thinking about, you know, oh, I'm the only one doing this, then you're not going to get anywhere. But again, if you don't like them, just, as Veil Veneta says, just suggest how to improve them, right? But yeah, let's continue. They improved so much with regards to other aspects of the anime that were horrible last year. Note this down, by the way. These are words. These are words. Massive story content, which we didn't have. Annie level units. Sorry, Zanny. Yeah, Annie level units, by the way. And lots of events. Lots of events. I think expecting a free unit at all leads to toxic reactions. Absolutely. I mean, I'm literally agreeing with myself right now. I'm stroking my own head. But the thing is, when you have toxic expectations, you're going to get toxic reactions, guys. I went in to the stream with zero expectations. Zero, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right? I was actually more interested in, like, the actual content rather than the rewards, I'll be honest. Which goes to show, I guess, my priorities with the game, right? I treat the game more as a game than a gacha, I suppose. Which, you know, obviously I can't blame you guys for, you know, wanting rewards and stuff like that. Because it is a gacha, right? It is a gacha game, whether you like it or not. So I think to expect pulls, fair enough. Absolutely. To expect units, again, just because HSR does it doesn't mean WuWa has to do it. Although, you know, WuWa's track record, free Zhang Liao, you know, all that stuff about, you know, like the free standard selectors, stuff like that, right? And all of a sudden it just disappears. Obviously, I saw people totting up to like 10 cent, right? Thing Raz, you could be eating those words if we do get a free unit next patch, right? With the collab. Because the thing is, right, I will say this now, bookmark this, clip me. If they do not give out a free Annie unit, or at least make one 4-star, that is an L. That is a huge L. That is a huge L. Huge L. Huge L. Honestly, huge L. Because would you rather have a free collab unit or a free 1.x unit that you may or may not already have? Thing is, since the first Annie, Kuro has developed a habit of underselling the upcoming patch on the live stream. That's true. Because if you guys remember, a few months ago in 3.1 live stream, everybody was focused on the spending event. And we all know how 3.1 went down 2 days. 2 days. Giving us a free unit next patch won't save the anniversary, though. Guys, just because we're not getting a free unit doesn't mean the anniversary is bad. I don't understand. I don't understand. I think it's fine, like it's 6 out of 10. But it doesn't mean it's a 2. The anniversary does not need saving. It's clearly better than last year with regards to the Annie content as a whole. Spending event was indeed the worst part of 3.1, so you were correct. Yes, it was. But that's because everything else was so good. Like, one bad apple out of a whole pile. Of course it's going to be the worst, absolutely. And again, this could be the same thing where the story is genuinely just that good. Will a free calculator make people who complain shut up then? No, it won't. Because now, if Kuro gives out a free standard unit or a standard weapon, I think they should do that, personally. If they give one out now, It'll be like, oh, well, it's only because we complained about it. So, at the end of the day, I think they should just stand their ground this time. I really just think they do. Honestly. Why was the spending event bad? Because it has stigma of predatory, that's all. Like, I mean, say what you will, right? Spending events should only be for the people that are, should only be for, you know, people that were going to spend on it anyways, like me. Like me, basically. Free 10 Ling Yang or free 10 pulls? I'll definitely take the pulls, though, yeah. To be honest, would I rather have the 10 Ling Yang? Because I get a lot of corals for that. I don't know about that one. If they don't stand their ground, then the toxic haters will just say, I told you so, and that's something that'll be bad for everyone. Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like they've dug themselves into a hole, unfortunately. I think the best play should have been to give out a free standard weapon selector. I'm going to top up during the top-up reset as well. Like, this would have been the perfect time to actually put a spending event in there. Unironically. But they did it for 3.1 anyways. Maybe they did it earlier because they knew that if they put it on the anniversary, then it'd be, like, a whole talking point, right? Because I know for a fact that if there was a spending event in this Annie, well, fucking hell, people would be... They would be foaming at their mouth to get a knife on Kuro's next, genuinely. Yeah. I mean, if we get one for the collab next patch, I'm thinking it's next patch. I mean, like, we've had inklings about it. Yeah, hang on, let me just finish my point. If we get one next patch with regards to the collab, I think that's a much better unit to get. Because you guys must think, oh, well, it has to be the anniversary. It has to be the anniversary. Really, guys? Don't forget, like, for us, right, anniversary, massive, right? For us, we see it as patch by patch. But when it comes to free units and finances, it's not about that. It's about quarters. It's about quarters, right? If Kuro was to give out one unit, they'd probably have a budget, right, for one unit. Maybe. This is talking up my ass here, so if you don't believe me, don't believe me. But if they had the budget to give out one unit that can either be like a non-factor, like, I don't know, free Jinchi, right? Or give out a unit that may make people pull another one in the collab, the next patch, then I think people are going to do they're going to do the other option, right? The budget comes out of the free pulls from the patch. True. Obviously, with the 3 pulls, obviously that's the budget right there. Exactly. Exactly, man. Because again, I mean, like, free Linnae next anniversary. Jesus Christ. Again, if you look at it this way, right, would you rather have 40 to 50 pulls, depending on if you're pulling? Or would you rather have a Jinshi? Or a Changli or a Zhangliao? I'm taking the pulls, guys. I really am. Remember... Oh, hang on. Remember the apology letter last year? They specifically talked about allocating resources for the patch, so they do have a budget that they work with. Absolutely. Because if you think about how you can clearly see that the budget for 3.1 was so high, 3.2, very low, 3.3, clearly going to be high again. But then you've also got 3.4 as well. Do you know how much money they are going to spend on advertising for a Cyberpunk Edge Runners collab in 3.4? They're going to spend a lot. Yeah, but they should definitely rerun them, though. Puma does have a point. Like, if they're not going to give one out for free, they should rerun them. Like, there you go. It's as simple as that. But again, you know my take on that, right? You already know my stance on that. I think they should be rerunning. And... like, whoever complained about the banners last year is literally eating their own words now, unfortunately. But yeah. Oh yeah, the Enfield LARPer was talking about, oh, 3 units for this, that, and the other. Do you have 60 pulls per patch to grind out? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just reposting stuff like the content that we're getting, stuff like that. Now, this tweet I reposted because I found it unironically funny. I hope next WuWa anniversary they give us the newest character plus SIG for free and add 3 events, no new map expansions, which we got in 2.3, no more free limited pulls. Well, we did get some in that, but yeah. No free collab stuff. No Annie banner. 1 main story quest on a 42-day patch. Since a free character is whether you all determine it's a good Annie or not. They're joking, but the thing is, they kind of have a point. They kind of have a point. This I actually wanted to talk about. It's not going to be a video. It's going to be short. I'm so sorry that my toxic positivity is preventing me from calling Kuro lazy and complacent. Jesus Christ. Maybe if I ignore the self-developed mobile frame gen, storage optimization, new UI, and more, I'll be able to see what you mean by lazy and complacent. Honestly? No, Gabo, that's where I'm disagreeing. That's where I'm disagreeing, because the thing is, people complained last Annie about the lack of patch content. Meanwhile, now, we have some. Granted, you could argue that it's aligned perfectly for them, like, you know, they planned this. But it's not like this is on a filler patch now. Genuinely. I'm going to have to disagree with you on that, because the anniversary is an extra bit on top of that. It's the extra bit on top of that, right? Like, if you want to gauge an anniversary's worth on the rewards and the extra sort of events that you should get, then fine. But what? Again, it's devs listened with regards to the content, because what good is an anniversary? Oh yeah, guys, good. Free limited 5-star, right? But we have no fucking MSQ, no map expansion, right? No MSQ, no map expansion, right? What, the apology pulls? Just compare it to 2.3. You are going to have a way better experience, because the anniversary patch, right, 2.3 was dry as shit. It was dry. Congratulations, you got your instant gratification with 1 unit, and then you're going to you're gonna get 41 days of nothing. Oh, and then a 10 pull in phase 2. Congratulations. Congratulations. The accessories are limited, by the way. Are they? What? Oh, really? That's a bummer. I don't like that. I thought the character accessories were permanent. Do you mean as in they last? They're just for the anniversary. We get them for free. Wait, so they only last for the anniversary? Really? I don't see the point in that. Why aren't they permanent? I mean, I know because they're a gift. Oh no, I mean permanent as in once you unlock them, they disappear after the Annie. That's what I mean. Obviously, you know, the window to get them will be limited. But I thought you meant that they'd vanish. Or you unlock and keep. Oh my god. I almost had a meltdown for no reason, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, players that miss them will probably inevitably be able to get them. Yeah. Yeah. So limited time. But I thought you meant limited as in they disappear, you don't get to keep them. almost turned on Aleph 1. Yeah. Yeah. But no, again, back to my previous point. If all you guys determine the anniversary's worth, if you guys determine the anniversary's worth based on like a free unit compared to the actual patch content, then congratulations. Go play fucking Neverness to Everness if you want like 1 million pulls. I saw Neverness to Everness, by the way. It looks really good. It looks pretty good. Like, they're giving out so much stuff. They really are. I hear they've also got a harem dating system as well. Not usually one for harem games because I was turned off by Snowbreak. But I'll play it. I'll see it. I'll see what's going on in there. I'll definitely put like a huge time sink into it. The dating system is only for female characters. I know, yeah. You can't invite male characters to your house, apparently. Anime GTA, yeah, pretty much. Unfortunately, can't run people over. But yeah, again, if you guys determine anniversary worth on rewards and the extra stuff you get, then I'm so sorry. Go play Neverness to Everness if you want like free rewards and don't care about content. Because I saw someone say, "Oh, see where this gets you." I'm sorry. Let me enjoy my lovely quality. Right? Let me enjoy my quality while people enjoy their quantity. Like, I'm sorry, I would rather have an anniversary like this compared to 2.3s, but we got like a 5-star in it, right? Because anniversary patches, this toxic expectation of anniversary patches where you have to have good rewards for it to be good Annie. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I disagree. Like, to a certain extent, yes, you should be rewarded for playing the game, right? Like, we're getting 40 pulls, 50 pulls. I think that's fine. But to play like, guys, do we just forget the quality of the game, right? Oh my god, Arizona Anime Fan with a 10 USD. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Came in late. I'm not mad, not disappointed, not happy. I don't time a mood to in-game events. As far as I'm concerned, they're just in-game bonus, extra on top of what I normally would be doing. That's a fair way to look at it. That really is. I think that's kind of maybe how I look at it as well. Because don't forget, guys, I've only been playing gachas for 2 years now, and WuWa is the only one. The only one that's lasted me with me for these 2 years. So maybe my expectations are just like not as bad as other people's. But this whole toxic expectation of you must have a unit, you must have pulls, you must have this, you must have that. Guys, are we forgetting that compared to last year, we're getting so much stuff? Depths of Elusive Realms coming back. Friggin' MSQ galore. New map. Shit ton of events. The UI revamp as well. Shit that would come in like a title update, like 4.0 or something. No, it's coming for anniversary. What else? Mobile optimization. That's huge for mobile players. It's huge. But guys, because we didn't get enough stuff, it's because we didn't get enough stuff, all of a sudden, it's a bad Annie. Oh my god, Arizona Anime Fan with a 10 USD again. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. I just remember last year everyone losing their shit over the selector. Now they're losing their shit over no selector. It just looks silly to me. Glad the cube event is back. That was fun. You know what I really miss that they didn't add? Was the what's it called? The QB Derby login event. I actually enjoyed that. Obviously, they're adding back the multiplayer one, but I really enjoyed the login event. Like, I just enjoyed coming back on, rolling dice, and having your little cubes move forward. That's it. Raisin said something here. The average pity for pulling a 5-star in WuWa is 53 pity. 150 plus pulls equals 166 plus with corals. That's on average about 3 5-stars worth of pulls. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, that average is dependent on luck at the end of the day, you know. I usually go off of like maximum and not averages. Because, you know, it's very rare that you get units based on that. But it obviously is. It's an average, right? It's based on millions of pulls worth of data. So on average, it would be like that for the majority, for the player base, but obviously not for the majority of people, I don't think. Hang on. Let me put some more music on. Guys, I've recently found this from The Witcher, and it's beautiful. Hang on. It is a beautiful track. There we go. It's the Wild Hunt. I can screen cap you my 8 out of 10 red pulls from the tracker. Yeah. Oh, this is way too loud. Hang on. Is that better? Is that not too quiet? Hopefully not. Witcher 3 is good vibes though, definitely. I'm just reading chat right now. And the thing is, I do want to, you know, appeal to people's natures with regards to like expecting rewards. I do want to at least see where they come from in regards to like maybe they should have given out something, but I just can't. And that's not just like a WuWa sucking cock thing, but as a guy that has, you know, their first gacha game is WuWa, my whole perception of gacha is based on WuWa. So like, when I see the anniversary awards and I see all this stuff, I think it's fine. But the person saying, oh, see where you guys get, you know, they disagree with my take about, you know, the anniversary content not really defining whether an anniversary is good or not. They disagreed with that. And then they said, see you guys, let's see where this all gets. I'm sorry, do we want another 2.3? But congratulations, you get a limited 5-star? Really? I'm sorry, I know what I'm taking. Because I would rather have story content that can last with me for years to come over a free Jinshi, right? I genuinely cannot see like how that is like so close in differential, right? 3.3 is looking stacked, and the thing is, people again, they look at, can you change this horrible music? It's The Witcher. Some people aren't going to be happy you just said that. But some people will say, oh, anniversary, yeah, like this content is what we should be getting. Then the anniversary stuff on top of that is what defines whether it's an Annie. My point is, you get the same story even without the Annie. True. That's true. Like, I can't deny that, right? And it's just, you know, just so happens that, you know, this anniversary falls on a non-filler patch. You would get the same story even without the Annie, but the thing is, for me, it's just about the patch. Because the thing is, we just come off of 2.2, right? In 2.3. We just come off the absolute amazing story in 2.2. Right, guys. Hypotheticals now. Imagine the Annie fell on 3.2 instead. Like, compared to what this one is. Even though 3.2 was okay, the patch would get absolutely shit on a whole lot more, right? But they do make a valid point that, like, you would get the same story. But at the end of the day, it's the timing, right? After that Annie, right, they've meticulously timed it to a point where, okay, we know, but let's say Annie was 3.4 or 3.2, we've still gotten this 3.3 story, right? But the thing is, they scheduled it so that 3.3 is on Annie. Or rather, the story is on this, right? Because Annie is always 0.3, x.3. Annie will be 4.3, no doubt, right? And with that in mind, they obviously planned it so that, okay, we will put a story into 3.3. You would get the story either way. Like, let's say, you know, if the anniversary didn't exist, like this whole thing about Annie's didn't exist, and they'd put it in like 3.2 or something, you'd still get the story either way, right? But the thing is that they planned it to come to 3.3. And that's just about all I can say with that point. But again, you would still get the same story, but would you get the events, like the anniversary stuff? I really wish there was oh, hang on, no, let's look at the trailer actually. I think a good way to do it is to look at the trailer, right? City of Broken Arsenal off the ball. Oh my god, Thogden was there as well. Anyways.
Over here, one. Right now, you're dealing with me.
I'm not going to react to the trailer because I already did, right? But let's go through the ending stuff, right? What we get shown, right? Obviously, get Hiyuki Denia, obviously, we know that much. Can I just say the weapon convene animations are sick as shit? The weapon convene animations are so good, by the way. I think I have something to say about this skin. It looks nice, don't get me wrong. Oh my god, holy shit. But it's the fact that it's a 5-second on-field support. It's so saddening to me. It's crazy, man. Like, it's a good skin, you know, you can gawk at it, right? But in combat, you'll only see it in her ultimate, and then she'll be gone off the field. That's the one thing I'll say about that. I do like the skin, though. I think it is quite cute. Yeah. Yeah, new area. Obviously, this would come in hand with the story, right? You know, you can say this about a lot of things, right? It's just so perfectly timed that the anniversary has fallen on 3.3, you know, a massive patch that was going to be massive anyways. But, again, they didn't have to do this in 3.3, because don't forget, we had 2 MSQs for 3.2. We had that massive one for 3.1. They could have done this in 3.2, right? They could have done this and kept the momentum going, but no. They said, okay, we'll plan it so that 3.3 anniversary will have all this stuff in. And that's just how it is, I feel. Such a good looking area as well. It's very un-Lahai Roy-like. It's not what I expected when I heard of futuristic, like, school, you know. Is it just me, or was that ground moving? Yeah, it's moving. What the hell? My best guess about this is, by the way, that this is Denia's experimentation pod. This is where they pump Denia full of void matter a bit. Also because there's the little teddy bear at the back there, I think. Gonna play devil's advocate a little. Actually, this is a good question. Putting the Annie on a good patch, does it benefit us or the company? Both, I'd say. I know it's a cheap out answer, but we get good shit. And they get money for it, I guess. Because, you know, double top up, right? I guess that's the only thing I can say. It's a good question. Because, like, at the end of the day, the anniversary is supposed to be for us, right? It's supposed to be for us. It's a celebration of the game. And it's supposed to be for us. That's why I critiqued HSR's spending event in their anniversary. Because, you know, they had a spending event. And it felt like it was more for the devs rather than the players. And again, maybe my tone would be slightly different if they did have a spending event in this one as well. Maybe it would. I can't really do hypotheticals because knowing me, I'd probably find some bullshit way to rope it into yeah, but guys, double top up, so it's fine. But no. I think if WuWa did do another spending event 2 patches after the other one, I don't think I could defend that. I'd be like, yeah, guys, it's a bit weird. Granted, some people don't care about spending events. Some people care about them way too much to a point where it ruins the entire patch for them, apparently. So, again, I don't know. Obviously, this stuff is all content. 2 echo sets. Notice that, by the way. They did the forecast for Reel of Spliced Memories, which I think is going to be Lucilla's set, right? Because it's Reel of Spliced Memories, kind of like Lucilla's Forte, right? And this, they got rid of the forecast. You wonder why, right? The glide bike as well. This comes as standard, right? This is all standard stuff. You know, we got just bike events again. Yeah, we got the that game, right? The permanent event, right? One of the permanent events, I think. Yeah, that is a cool animation with the bike. Yeah, we got Tetris, because why not, right? More just exploration gimmicks. Thing is, guys, this is what I mean, right? You're going to be playing through all this stuff. You're going to have so much content to sink your teeth into. Compare that to getting a 5-star that you may or may not already have and just adding a sequence onto them. Maybe testing them out in combat for a few hours and that's it. I think that's my argument, right? That's my argument. Because, again, that's like my whole shtick, right? Like, I'd rather have all this. I'd rather have this compared to 3.3 with standard 5 stars they critiqued, or a limited 5-star now. Because it's clear that I'm a quality of a quantity guy. Genuinely. Like, I don't know what else to say, guys. I don't know what else to say. Because I don't want to be, like, berating people for, like, wanting more in terms of rewards, right? I feel like, you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But we must also appreciate the fact that they have listened to us in regards to a lot of criticism with The Last Annie, whether that be content or rewards. Content or rewards. 2 categories, right? But content is still, you know, part of a patch, right? Like, imagine if this Annie, right, was the same as 2.3 in regards to content. I would actually be livid. I would. Because that was my feeling. Like, I just felt that the anniversary was so dry. It was so void of life. It was advertised really well on the stream. Whereas I feel like it's the other way around now. The stream was so void of life, yet the game and the quality of the content looks so good. Obviously, I say it looks good, right? It could be a hot pile of garbage for all we know, right? Like, we'd have to get into game first, right? I'm not saying that because, you know, I'm just, like, trying to save my skin. I'm just saying that, you know, we can't really judge a book by its cover. We need to really sink our teeth into it to sort of gauge it, right? Although I kind of have a feeling it'll be good. Just saying. They can't fuck the story up, no. Speaking of the story, by the way, I have a thing. I have a hunch. I have a hunch. I don't think we're gonna save Imouth, you know. I really don't. I think Aleph 1 is too strong, and we'll be stuck with that Exoswarm Imouth forever. I feel like we're not gonna save her. And hang on. Let me look at the trailer real quick. I know I said I wasn't going to look at it, but there is a cinematic that I want you guys to look at. And it's like a copium for my hunch, but we'll see.
The Fraxidus wants to replicate the assimilation within the
This. Obviously, she's in void space right now.
blessed maiden herself.
Exostrider.
Waves rise and fall.
The thing is, they're literally showing us, right, that we will find Imouth in void space with the Exostrider. They are literally telling us in the trailer that we will find her. Supposed to be one of the biggest plot points, right? And they're showing it us. Why? Almost like it's a scratch on the surface.
Destination void.
I'll bring you back humanity's hope.
Break the seal.
I think.
and you
Oh, wait,
will
no, I think
pass
I went
through the
past it.
rift
Hang on.
towards the void matter depths beyond it.
Over here, Aleph 1.
This. I think this. This scene right here. Guys, let me cook. I think this scene will be the ending cinematic where all she will have for the rest of time is Rover's cassette. I think that she will be lost in void space forever, or maybe even inside LF1 with Rover's cassette that she has to hold on for the rest of time. That's my game theory right there. It's a cruel game theory. But the thing is, if Kuro are willing to show us that we're going to pilot the Exostrider and find her, imagine what they're not willing to tell us, you know. That is going to be... that cassette, the one Rover finds in Hanami in the fountain. The thing is, though, that's just like an average cassette. That's just an average cassette, though. Because obviously Rover got his burned, if you remember, in 3.0. He got his cassette burned. So I wonder if Imouth somehow manages to get her hands on that. And then... Ooh, you saying the cassette, the one Rover finds in Hanami, it's this one. There's like a cassette, like it's been thrown into the future. Ooh. 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 Oh, did they really think that far forward? Oh. Chat is cooking. Chat is cooking. Oh my god. Did you play Lahire Royal Blocks? Yes, I did. We got the heart, didn't we? No, but again, I don't think this story ends in a happy ending. I really don't. No, the block names just spoiled the story. Oh. Oh, yeah, the levels, yeah. Yeah. But no, I mean, obviously, she's got the cassette here, right? She's got the cassette here. And if we fast forward to the regaining cinematic point, right? Rover, I think this is like Denia's hands, right? Like
wants to replicate the assimilation within the blessed.
This is similar, but we don't see the cassette here. She's not holding onto it, unless it's in her legs, but obviously she would be like, she'd be holding onto it, right? She'd be holding onto it, so you could think of like a timeline that maybe this is her before she gets the cassette, right? Because this is obviously when she sees the Exostrider, right? This is when Rover comes to try and get her, and then she ends up back in void space with the cassette, and that's it. Because if you look here, we've got it again.
Rise and fall. Destination void.
I'll bring you back humanity.
That smile does not look like a happy smile. That's like, I'm sacrificing myself again smile. I'm sorry, guys, but no character smiles like that when they are happy. I'm sorry. And the thing is, she's just got the cassette as well. So it makes you wonder if she is going to sacrifice herself again. And properly this time, might I add.
Humanity's hope.
Bring you back humanity's hope. I'll bring that, because that's from her, right? I'll bring you back humanity's hope. Yeah? Yeah. But obviously, that's not her, really, is it?
Destination void.
I'll bring you back humanity.
Like this, it just feels like this, right? This with the cassette, right? Is before this scene. Before this scene where she's like lost in the void forever. Guys. If that actually happens, I might cry my ass off, man. But I'll also be like, guys, I was right. Oh. If they do that, what it reminds you of the one in Interstellar. Yeah, that's true with the bookcases, right? But the thing is, the whole plot of 3.1 was kind of Interstellar-like. But again, man, Oh, it's nasty. It's nasty stuff, that. It's really nasty stuff what I'm cooking. If I got it dead on, I'll feel kind of bad about it because, like, I just spoiled the ending for myself. Like, that's my expectation. I need to go into the story without expecting anything again. Can I ask something? Why people don't ask for the gacha win rate to go up? Oh, do not mess with the gacha once it's been solidified. Because people that pulled on the banners previous to that, right, will be pissed off. They will be pissed off. Me included, right? Why should I have gotten through winning or losing 50-50s when now it's a 55-45, right? That's why I feel like HSR can't do a 100% rated weapon banner, because everyone that's got screwed over by that weapon banner will be like, hey, well, I want my compensation then. So I don't think that's possible. That's why Enfield, I don't think, will change their gacha system either. Because if there's one thing that you don't do, it's you change the gacha system. But yeah, we were going over the content here. So we're in the Annie content now. Obviously the accessories more yeah, so this is like the dashboard, right? The dashboard event for everything. Got the Gifts of Grand Celebration, which is just the usual. You know what I think they should have done? Either doubled the pulls or replace these standard pulls with weapon pulls. I think they could have done that. Because, you know, the only reason why they keep doing standard pulls is because the standard banner is actually valuable. Right? If it was like HSR, then, you know, it'd be different, right? If it was like HSR, then it'd be different, where they just have 10 pulls. That's about it. Uh-huh. This seal is fucking cute as hell, by the way. The pinball machine event's cute. You know, it's basically it's the replacement for Second Coming of Solaris. The seal is free, I think. Yeah, I think. Oh well, free then. Free with quotation mark, because you have to fall for it. By the way, guys, this music is too melancholy for a happy story, by the way. Yeah, we got this as well. Obviously, you know, the normal pulls. I'm pretty sure there should be a web event soon, right? Yeah, the Yuki hairpin is nice, this thing. Denny's doll is cute as well. But the Hiyuki cube, man, come on now. Come on now. Thing is, what do you guys think about these bike skins? Because they are £25, right? Obviously, you get VFX, you get like trails, you get tire marks, you get all that stuff. What do you guys think about them? Because they are a bit expensive. Yeah, they're crazy in design and stuff, but yeah, the price is, I think it should be like 15. £25 anyways. I don't know if it's $25 in the US. But yeah, 25 quid for me, pounds, is pretty expensive. 20 is more fair. Yeah, I mean, would I rather have more character skins like Jinshi's over that? You're damn right. The thing is, the reason why I don't get these is because even though they look good, I'm unsure of the motorbike's future post Lahairoi. If it's usable in New Fed, then fair enough. But if it's Lahairoi only, then, you know, gives the Astrites with a base top-up rate. That's true. It does give some Astrite, which does kind of inflate it a bit. But I don't know. But you can't doubt the quality of them. Like hell, even the light, you know, the bike light is literally just, it's got like snowy fog on it as well. It's genuinely so good. Yeah, baby, yeah! Talk about bonus reset, yeah! Event. This, man. This makes the anniversary just so much better already. I want to play it so bad, man. I want to play it so bad. Yeah, it needs to be permanent. Elusive Realm needs to be permanent. Ah, that's the one thing I hate about it. Fantasy of 1,000 Gateways needs to be overhauled and have Depths of Elusive Realm come into it as like the main game mode. Then Fantasies of 1,000 Gateways is like the weekly game mode on top of that, right? Kind of like a Divergent Universe in HSR, where you've got your difficulties, like your permanent difficulty game modes. Then you've got your weekly one that resets every week. I think that is how they should do it. Yeah, if it was co-op, it'd be nice as well, yeah. Obviously, these collab liveries are crazy, though. Angry Birds, Resident Evil, like that. Those are some massive IPs. Pragmata as well, just because it's coming out. Like, that makes no sense. Like, the fact that this trailer is 3 minutes of... No, less than 3 minutes. The trailer is 2 minutes, 46 seconds of trailer. And then it is 10 minutes of content. Just goes to show how packed this patch is. It's packed as shit. Obviously, you know, like the holograms and stuff. I think we've come to expect the holograms nowadays, right? Optimizations as well. Love that they're spending quite a lot of time showing off the optimizations. You know, the weapon convene animations, like... They've even got their own music as well. It's ridiculous. They've even got their own music. It's... Oh, good old games, man. It's ridiculous that they've got their own music. The thing is, they brush past the new UI, kinda, right? It looks so good, though. It genuinely looks so good, the new UI. It's very unified as well. It's so clean. If you guys didn't notice, hang on, when it just gets to the sequences here, S6 is now at the top. So it goes from S1 to S6, whereas, you know, now, well, before, well, now, because it's still not implemented yet, went from S1 down to S6. So now S6 seems like the ultimate, like the thing. My favorite is definitely the sequence page, 100%. Bit too bright, maybe. It's all unified now, though, under sort of one scheme. Is Rover in that position there usually? What, like, did they have a different sequence position? I think so, yeah. Guidebook. I mean, you know, all these like 2D little drawn PNGs have been replaced. It's just a lot more refined. Yeah, probably just a bit further, yeah. Self-developed mobile frame gen is crazy, man. Anisotropic filtering, I genuinely have no idea what that does. Apparently it's supposed to, like, just increase graphics a tiny bit, but I can't tell. Wuthering grass, by the way. Yeah, this is massive for mobile as well, the resource download stuff. And cleanup as well. Also, guys, if you guys are Kuro enjoyers, I think they've got a new intro. Jesus Christ. Since when did they get, like, freaking cinema level quality logo? It used to just be Kuro Games without any sound, in and out. Now it's a whole friggin' cinema intro. It just I don't know what's the, it reeks of professional, right? It really does. But anyways, this is something else I wanted to talk about here. So we'll go back to this now. We'll go back to it because there is something I wanted to talk about here. Now, a mainstream argument has come back up again, and it's in with regards to the Game Awards. Except let me put some music on. Lord Almighty, not doing that again. Brother. There you go. Ginungamia. There you go. So, here we have a tweet from Game Rant. Big account, by the way. Well, maybe not as much as I thought, but I see them online a lot. After tens of thousands of votes, these are the 10 best video games of all time, according to Game Rant's readers. You can influence the rankings by letting us know which game is better than the link. And it's this, basically. It's this list. Obviously, there's nothing to do with WuWa here yet. But look, Red Dead 2, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Elden Ring, Witcher 3, fair enough, Batman, Batman Arkham City, Resident Evil 4, God of War, Metal Gear Solid, Cyberpunk, God of War, Ragnarok. God of War on there twice, pretty interesting. And then somebody responds with this. By the way, gamers will always cry about critics, but every time the power is handed to the gamers, they absolutely embarrass themselves 100% of the time, every single time. This list is an absolute This list is an absolute insult to the medium, to games. Now you may be wondering again, where does Wuthering Waves have to come in with this? Oh, not on the homepage. This tweet right here by Agente B7. Case in point, and it's this, the image. Basically saying that, hey, Wuthering Waves should... Oh my god, 30k likes? Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Oh dear. But basically, it's bringing up the whole argument again about gacha games being in, you know, like Game Awards votes. And to be honest, right? Obviously, this is players' voice. This is the players' voices, by the way, right? And the thing is, right, it's a bit of a vague post with regards to like, oh well, case in point. But obviously, this is saying that gamers, you know, gamers like the ones that play Expedition 33, Dispatch, Hollow Knight, they got outvoted by a gacha community because, you know, gacha games aren't games, are they? They are just money laundering things, right? They're just, you know, the worst of the worst, right? You know. So, with that in mind, gambling, which there should be 18 plus, by the way. I'm just saying, if they've got gambling aspects in them. This guy got 30k likes and 1.4 million views, just for saying that, hey, by the way, Wuthering Waves winning is a disgrace to gaming. Really? Really? It just goes to show that, like, normies see gacha games and they think, oh, anime boob game. Anime boob game. Zero quality content in it whatsoever. But that's just not the case, is it? Like, look at these replies, right? It's incredible how the players' voice is just which gacha fandom will be willing to eat more of the crap their company promised if the game wins. Again, guys, let me say it. When did Kuro say that we were going to get anything for voting them? Huh? When did they say it? Please scroll Twitter, scroll Instagram, scroll every single social media on the earth, and you will not find it. You will not find it. But yeah, Puma raises a valid point. And saying that, why should we care? Why should we care? It's because I wanted to talk about the gacha opinion, right? Because as a new gacha player of 2 years, I thought Genshin Impact was genuinely just like a game that you play if you don't like touching grass, right? But the problem is that, like, for Genshin it kind of is. You think of a Genshin player, then you think of a WuWa player. Outsiders looking in would say, oh, it's the same, right? It's the same. But you don't really get it until you're in the community, right? You don't really get it until you played it. Because I didn't get it. I didn't know, obviously, that 2 years ago, like 3 years ago, say, you know, when I had no idea WuWa existed. I never played a gacha game, right? Ever, right? And I never would, right? I said to myself, I'd never play Genshin Impact, ever. And from the outside looking in, I just thought, hey, well, it's just a, you know, a Guna anime game that Discord mods play. You know, you don't touch grass when you play it. And then as I came into the community, right, I saw, like, oh my god, some of that fan base is terrible. But it was kind of almost like, oh, hey, well, it's somewhat true. Like, there are people like that, but there are a lot of people that aren't like that. And it just goes to show that there is a huge discrepancy between inside opinion and outside opinion. That will never change, might I add. That will never change. We all saw how Dispatch fans reacted when WuWa got voted for Player's Voice, right? You know, a player voted award, by the way. So if they were angry, maybe they should have just voted more. Like, don't forget the Genshin Impact fan that made like 50 emails or whatever to try and get it over the line. Still couldn't do it. But look at this guy's sort of opinion on gacha games, right? Never underestimate gacha fans and their definitely not unhealthy and cringe obsession. Yeah. Yeah, because you know, it's such an unhealthy and cringe obsession to really want your game to win an award, right? Right. Right. Yeah, how dare their fan base be more dedicated to their game than ours? Yeah. Or rather, how dare Wuthering Waves players want to have their game recognized? How dare they? Shame on you. Shame on you. It's ridiculous, man. I think this comment here, I want to read it actually. I want to read it. Let's have a look. No one thought WuWa would win, even the fans. I didn't either. I just voted like, yeah, let's guys, come on, let's go guys, come on. They don't give currency for winning. They give it for being nominated. They give it for being nominated at all, and the currency they give is minuscule compared to what you actually get by playing the game, unfortunately. The sad truth is that these games are just way more popular and accessible than you think. Correct. Whether it be Genshin, HSR, blah, 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 blah. People underestimate Eastern audiences as well, by the way. Because they can be played on almost every device apart from WuWa. Even though the game has performance and storage issues. On top of that, the Chinese Asian market is huge. There you go. Like we literally just saw Black Myth Wukong sweep over Steam, and now imagine a live service game that's been active for a year with half people on every platform with a scarily loyal fan base. You can say scarily loyal, sure, you can do that, right? But you see this, right? You see, like, people react like this, like, oh my god, Wuthering Waves? What the hell? What the hell? And don't forget when Genshin won Player's Voice back then as well. Obviously, they're trying to use this as an owned moment when Elden Ring, God of War, Stray, and Sonic Frontiers was on there. Which I'd argue... It goes to show, right? It goes to show the gacha audiences are massive and these people don't understand. You don't even know what E33 is. Oh my god, it's one of the best games of this decade. It really is, genuinely. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight this tweet as well, because this is genuinely just how I felt about it, right? Guess who had the most positive mindset during the Game Awards? I know WuWa won't win. I know WuWa won't win, but I'll vote anyway. Look. That's literally us. That was literally us, man. Like, this is so us, guys. This is so us. Oh, in China, not you. Oh, okay. Oh, dear. But the problem is that even... April 11th, this tweet was made. April 11th. When was the Game Awards? Last fucking year. It was last year, and they're still bringing it up. They're still bringing it up, man. Obviously, it's not like a Hoyo account or whatever, but it's just like these people don't understand that gachas have audiences. They see gacha YouTubers and they see 20,000 subscribers versus like a Minecraft YouTuber, and they see 100,000 subscribers. That's better. Guys, gacha has a smaller sort of I guess CC audience, but it has a wider, broader casual audience, right? Obviously can't compare it to Minecraft. Minecraft is bigger, definitely. But like Minecraft is better, no doubt. And obviously it's got a bigger community. Although I kind of do disagree with what they're doing with the recent updates. I just play modded all the time. Hang on, guys, my dehumidifier is making an awful noise. It's peeving me. There we go. Oops, and I just hit my desk as well. But, like, they act like, oh, hey, there's no reason why they should be winning it. Therefore, case in point, WuWa winning is a disgrace to Hollow Knight, Dispatch, and Claire Obscure. Is Claire Obscure better than WuWa? Obviously. But it's player's voice. It's not about who's better. It's about whose community thinks that their game should win more. Simple as. Simple as. I mean, I was so happy when it won. I was genuinely so happy when it won. But, yeah, honestly. Anyways, while I'm here, I wanted to look at the Neverness to Everness stream. I wanted to look at it. Can I get like a rundown? Is that possible? Shit. Where can I find one of them? I think someone sent me it, actually. Hang on. What's this? Oh, it's the full program. Oh. Thing is, I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna play an Everness to Everness. I'm really unsure as of now whether I'm going to keep playing it. It really depends because my standards for games now are so high with WuWa. Setting them so high that even Enfield couldn't keep me, and you know that seemed like the promising. Oh my god, it's so bright, by the way. It seemed like the promising like second gacha that I was going to play, and Enfield couldn't even keep me. There's always something wrong with the gacha games that I want to play. Will be my last gacha game. Honestly, you tasted perfection. You can't go back. Just play what I have fun in. Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, I like to have fun in Terraria and Minecraft, but I have no motivation to play them. Genuinely. I don't really want to go through the whole program, as this stream is not really for it's not for an Everness to Everness. I'm sorry, I'm not going to bring WuWa in. I'm not going to bring NTE into this category. I feel like it's disingenuous. But yeah, NTE doesn't have a 50-50, which is very good. It's clearly incentivizing character collection. But I wanted to show this meme first. I think it's fucking hilarious, man.
By announcing literally nothing for anniversary and dropping what seems to be a generational amount of good content for 3.3, Kuro Games has entered the superposition of needing to be killed and cooking simultaneously, thus breaking the cycle.
Yeah, for the first time I think ever, Kuro Games has basically broken the cycle. We can't kill them, but they are cooking, but we can kill them, but they are also not cooking. Like that, basically. It's stupid. I have a few images that I want to pull up here. Hang on. That I wanted to talk about because obviously I spoke about how if you guys just want free rewards, right? If all you care about is free rewards because of the anniversary, then go fuck off to Neverness to Everness because that's releasing on the same day. And I wanted to show why. Let me just get my image up here. I need to create a new image source real quick. Wherever that is. There, okay. Add new source. I'm adding the source, okay. Have a look at this first. This is the rewards and earnings, basically. if I can get that. Screw it. My webcam will be gone. Hopefully you guys don't miss my face too much. As you can see here, we got massive rewards, right? Off the rip. You've got pre-registration milestone, 20 standard pulls. Launch preview program, right? 10 standard pulls. And I think it's Anilith, right? Is the premium currency. And I think it's 160 per pull. So that's, again, 20 pulls there. Check-in rewards. What is it? Where was I? I forgot. Yeah, 12. I think the solid dice is limited pulls. Then you've got another 10 for Anomaly Hunter's Journey. Then you've got 35 standard pulls as well. I don't know what the tri-key is. I've got no idea what that's for. But it seems like they give out a few. But guys, look at the rewards for NT. Someone said in the chat, I think it's like 470. That is massive. You know how massive that is? It's crazy. So they're off to a good start with regards to the pull economy. I'll say that much. Dark Knight's Enfield. So, yeah. The gacha seems to be pretty good. I'm also hearing about Silver Palace as well before I go. The Silver Palace is doing a similar thing to the Enfield gacha, where the hard pity is 120. And when I heard that, I'm like, please God, no, man. Not again. I do not want Silver Palace to fall down that same route, because I will genuinely be livid. I will be livid. Oh man. Yeah, here's okay. I've got something here, right? We've got 28,565 annualith, aka premium currency. We've got 169 standard pulls, 32 limited pulls, and 105 tri-keys, whatever they are. Got no idea what the tri-keys are. But honestly, guys, it's looking pretty good. 254 pulls on release for WuWa. Yeah, it's crazy. It felt like it as well. It definitely felt like it. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for coming to the stream. Yeah, I've spoken about everything that I need to with regards to the live stream. And that will be all, right? I'll obviously do videos based on the things that I said. But that will be all in regards to what I'm going to say about it without, like, repeating content, right? Because as much as, you know, I want to defend the game, it will be way better if we started talking about good stuff. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for coming in. I'm just going to enjoy gawking at this real quick. I'm just going to enjoy gawking at this. Do you guys see that? Yeah, baby. Oh, hang on. Yeah, you guys see that? Yeah. I'm going to enjoy gawking at that now. Thank you all so much for coming. And I guess I'll see you on the next stream. Maybe do an account review stream this week, if I can. So yeah, bye for now, guys.